Today we're looking at troubleshooting a Clipsal FireTech. The model is Photoelectric Smoke Alarm 755 PFM. These are flush mount and they are electrical with a battery backup. So these were going off randomly and they'd go off for about 5 seconds or so during the course of the day. So we changed out the batteries in them and that made no difference. So what I've done is I've actually just cracked them open to give them a bit of a clean. So the way to do this is they sit together over the top of these little stems. So what you'll do is you'll actually just get like a household knife or a flat screwdriver and you'll actually push in on this tab without breaking it. Now you do want to actually get the knife in above this to give equal force against that tab and push it away from you. And then just work your way around, do the next one. But just be aware that as you do that, the other one can click in that you just undid. So you just need to be careful with that. Now what I have found is that there was actually a little gecko in that one. So what I didn't do was check which one was the issue. To do that, when the alarm goes off, it'll have a red flashing light and the others won't. What I've noticed on this one is that there is actually a fair bit of dust in the actual lid. So whilst the advice is probably to replace them, I'm not going to do that just yet. I'm going to give these things a really good clean and then reassemble them and put them back in. Now to find out how old they are, you've actually got a little bit of a matrix chart here on the side. So you can have a look at that and you'll see that this one was made in 2015. So I'm going to give them a clean, put them all back together, and then they just slide back up into the roof. To get them out, you just put your thumbs against the rim that is seated in the ceiling, and with your forefingers and remaining fingers just pull the unit toward you, and they just slide out. In the same way that you would pull a rechargeable battery out of its charger. And these are clean in hot soapy water. Be careful when you do that you don't lose your little sleeve lens things here, because they actually do come out. You don't want to flush those down the drain, so just check before you pull the plug that you've got them all. Put them back together, let them air dry. I'm not going to use a towel on them because I don't want lint going back in. So I've held on to those little plastic lenses and then just sort of use some centrifugal force to get the water off by shaking. And then I'm just going to let them air dry as I say, and then we'll put them back. Closer inspection, I think I can find the fault here. So I don't know if you can see that, but there's actually a bit of dust. So when I wipe that, look at that. I'd say that's the issue. So just go around very carefully. If you've got a Dyson or just some sort of fluffy, just be careful. You don't want to deposit stuff, but you do want to pull that sort of stuff out. I don't know what that cavity does. I'd say that's the sounder. And I'd say over here, this is the detection unit. So I'd say that that's probably what the issue is. I'll get rid of that. We'll put them back together and see how it goes. I've reassembled the unit by clicking the cover back in all 4 places. I've gone and put a new battery into it, so now it's just a matter of putting it back into the roof. The unit just gets seated back into the roof where the contacts here meet up with the contacts in the roof. Then you get a green light. So to remove the unit, you put your thumbs on this part here of the ceiling, and then you put your forefinger and the rest of your fingers on here, like so. If you do that with 2 hands with even force, the unit should come out quite easily.